All right, so first off, I want to start off with Streets of Tarkov. So Streets of Tarkov is a new map that they're going to be bringing. They're hoping, well, not they, I'm hoping within the next year, but I don't think that's going to happen. They said that they're going to bring out the Lighthouse map first, but they do have screenshots here. I know these are probably from about a week and a half ago, so I do have some screenshots here. And what these entail are pretty much just pictures of concept art of what they really want. And I think they are definitely going to be putting a lot of work into this. But they're saying, while this is here, like this is supposed to be the map. You can only imagine how, every floor is going to be accessible. It's going to be crazy. But Nikita threw out a crazy number today. He said 40 players. That's how many people are going to be able to be on this map. You might even be able to access sewers, so there might even be an underground. But 40 players definitely sounds really big to me, in particular. So I don't really see it actually being 40 players, but who knows? They did say that, like I said, Lighthouse is definitely going to be coming before this, but Nikita did say that they're going to release this map as a whole in parts. So it's going to be kind of like what happened with Customs and Shoreline, to where Customs is now getting an expansion in the next few updates. You know that he definitely said that. But Shoreline was not as big as it used to be. Sorry, as big as it is now. It was not as big as it is now. But also, and you can see this is just a part of the map. Essentially, they are expecting to add a little bit more to Customs to make it a little bit bigger, and that area that's going to be added is essentially a like a pass through between construction and old gas station. So if you know where old gas station is, you're going to be completely fine. They're just adding more area so that Customs isn't so artificially like choke pointed. Because right now you could bring like 4 people into Customs and just line them up with dorms and pretty much control the entire map, which is not fun, but it is what it is. This is just all concept art right now. They are just doing a lot of stuff. I don't read Russian, so, but I mean, there's a sewer manhole here. I don't know. I think maybe they have maybe they have like underground access. Like there's a hole right here. Like that reminds me of like the hole for Interchange. The last map change that they're gonna have is they actually are gonna be making changes to the Interchange lighting system. So this right here is actually if you were to look over in this area directly through, this is currently right here is a bookstore, but directly through that is a tech light, and none of these games are going to be playable, unfortunately. But they are doing a whole bunch of lighting changes, so they're trying to make it probably a little bit darker and a little bit more subtle. So you might have to use night vision now. I'm just hoping that they make it so that all of these lights can get shot out, because I think environmental destruction when it comes to lights is definitely an important thing. You can see this right here. If you guys play Interchange, you know this is not a very dark area. Like this right here is pretty light, and this is just too light to be able to even see anything. So at least when you're across by Papa John's. But I'm liking that they're changing this. This is going to be great. They're also adding this as a melee weapon. I also think it's going to be another tool that they're going to make you use for, maybe a number of things. Maybe it's going to be used for an extract or anything like that. They did also say that they're adding new extracts to Interchange. They didn't state what they were or anything like that. But they said that they're adding new extracts. I can only imagine that one will probably be in Garage, via maybe an escape van or something like that. Maybe another paid area. but I know that a lot of my friends were saying that they wish they had something along the lines of maybe a paracord to get to maybe like a like a roof extract. I don't know how that would work out, but you know, adding paracord extracts on most of the maps would be pretty cool. The next thing I want to talk about is a very, very, very cool thing that they actually have video on. They have prone lean is something that they're working on. So here's the video. We're gonna go ahead and open it up. Sorry, the quality's not great. And we'll just play this on a loop. They have prone lean now. They're working on it. They're testing it. I think this is gonna be game changing for me at least. I know that I, can lay down a lot. I have, I'm a big sniper guy, so for me, it's kind of cool that they have something like this. Kind of reminds me of Tom Clancy Wildlands or the new one. I even forget what it's called. But this is awesome, and I think this is going to be something that's really, really, really going to get people excited. But we still have to worry about those bush campers and like tall grass players, stuff like that with their reap IRs. Speaking of, there was a big discussion about the thermals today. They don't want to do anything with them right now, but there's kind of like splitness in the community about them. So take that with with a grain of salt for the most part. They added a new shotgun. They're going to be adding a new shotgun. This is the M19 1911, the M1911. I don't think it's the M1911. I think it's just the 1911, which is very nice. They're also making it so you can have your own customized like armor plates. Like you can't customize it like the icon or anything like that, but your plates, there's different strengths, so on and so forth, that you can put in your vest and your crotch area, so on and so forth. And these they're really into like armor customization. So like if you only worry about your arms and you're not really worried about your chest, you can kind of do that, and that's kind of what they want. This is just very old night vision. They talked about that today, and that's kind of where the people want to be able to enjoy the night vision without being worried about like reapers or anything like that. That's that. This is a cultist book essentially. I think this is an item that you might need to collect for one of the last quests to get the Kappa container, but I don't know that for a fact. Secondly, they added a compass to the watch, so now we are going to be able to have compasses. None of this is officially added, but they are going to be adding it. So I think this one, they talked about it being in next update, or maybe 2 updates from now, if I remember correctly. But I could be wrong on that one. Don't quote me on it. They added another, I guess, variant of the T2000 helmet, what it looks like, but and then these right here, these are the airdrops, and I mentioned these in the beginning of the video. With the airdrops, essentially, there's 3 ways you can get them. It can be a static spawn already on the map when it spawn in. You can use a flare pistol to call one in, or it can be a random drop that happens during the match. So pretty cool. This will definitely affect PvP in a good way. I think that PvP definitely is something that you need to focus on, because I feel like maybe sometimes it's a little too spread out. Granted, I play a lot of reserve. If you've ever come to my stream, TTV/but or something, you've seen me. I mostly play reserve. That's just my map. That's what I enjoy. So sorry, not sorry. There's some like some jank armor that's just kind of put together. What was? Oh, I didn't see him talk about this at all. Oh, this is the Vepr. This is like fire rate, so on and so forth. And then here are some of the attachments for it. Very cool. Very happy about the Vepr. This will be another new clothing item. They said that they want to do a lot more clothing items, but it just takes a lot of time to do them. I guess this is maybe a flash hider or something. I don't know what that is. more clothing items. This right here is Dr. Lupo's stream item. They haven't colorized it or anything, but it's coffee beans. And then this, believe it or not, is a silencer for the hunter, the Vepr Hunter. So everybody is kind of making fun, saying goodbye Mosin, goodbye, you know, pretty much all cheap rifles that have a silencer. This is gonna be the rifle now, and that is gonna be very, very fun. They did add some shotgun shells. These are like, I think they said that they're like fletchet rounds, or like Dragon's Breath rounds, which are pretty cool. These are the handmade grenades, both of those. And I didn't hear them talk about this, but I feel like this is probably Markstrom's streamer item. So, but a few other things that they changed is the Veritas mentioned like a PvP reward. So like if you killed a whole bunch of people but you died, you still get, you know, nicely rewarded for, even if they're like hatchlings or anything like that, because right now it's hatchlings are just swooping everything up, putting it in their gamma, and that's it. Like, boom, done. Sorry for the cut there. My wife called. She knows I'm recording a video, right? But essentially all those hatchlings just put stuff up in their gamma container, and that's what happens. Now you can't get that loot. There was kind of talks, not really on the podcast or anything like that, but Nikita is, you know, working with his team to kind of figure out how they can kind of fix the issue. But at the same time, I personally, you know, not that my opinion matters, I'm just a guy on YouTube. My opinion on this is that I think the gamma is good where it's at right now. You can't put really high tier loot items in there or anything like that. But like graphics cards and stuff like that, that stuff's just gonna be so hard to like find. Well, not really find, but like get when you're like just a, you know, casual player. So I think in this aspect, it's okay to kind of, I guess, bow to casuals. But I think that's okay, because you still want to have casuals play your game and enjoy your game, even if they're dying constantly and just being, you know, absolute donkey dookie. But I think in this aspect, it's probably better to have something and give them a chance to get some money to be able to potentially, you know, play the game like a big geared boy. That's just me, you know. Like I said, my opinion doesn't matter too much, doesn't weigh too heavily in the community, but it is what it is. They talked about cultists essentially. If you have a marked room or anything like that and you go into it and you open it, I think this is just a guess from me. I think what happens is there might be a cultist in there doing his thing, and he has a blade on him. And if he hits you with that blade, you're bleeding the entire raid, and you need to get an antidote. But with that, the antidote essentially is a Nikita made it sound like it's gonna take you a while to essentially craft it, but I don't think it's gonna take you as long as he says it's gonna take you. I think what it is it's gonna be probably like a 3-day thing. We don't really want to turn this into like Clash of Clans or like Farmville or anything like that, where you're waiting, you know, days to farm something that's gonna be worth like $250,000 that you're gonna use like once and that's it, unless it has like 50 uses. But that's about it. The other thing is that they were saying that with the traders having the limited supply that they have and a lot of people just buying up market, so like I know at the very end of like a market cycle, they essentially have it to where the limit for gasoline is like none. Like if you're in like the last 30 minutes and you're looking for gasoline, it used to be good luck. They managed to make it so that you can only buy one per refresh, but there are some items that don't get refreshed and they're already sold out by the time it's ended. So pretty much all the streamers that are on there, Summit, Deadly, Cotton, pretty much everybody that was on there was like, you don't need to have like a set amount that the vendors could sell, but they should definitely kind of hold back on the reselling of it. So I think Nikita was more of like free market on it, in a sense of where, like, what happens. If you don't want to raid, if you don't want to do quests, you pay a little bit more. And I think that's kind of his stance on it. I think that might be about it. They're also looking at like just item spawns in general for most of the maps. So it's not like the maps are having an issue of like, oh, this always spawns here, go check this, boom, done. So and I think the last thing I did want to mention, hopefully I didn't already mention it, I haven't been crossing off my list, my little piece of paper here, is door opening speed. They essentially want to be able to like open it just a little bit, throw a flash in there, close it again. I think this will work okay with flashes. I don't think this will work really well with frags. I think it's, kind of a little OP. That's just me. But I guess you can kind of shoot through the door if you see somebody opening it. So, there's that. But also they want to change the speed at which you can open doors, so it's not just like whoop, and it just opens and is loud. But yeah, I mean, that's pretty much everything that they talked about, everything that they showed off in the update. I just kind of wanted to give you guys kind of my impression of it. I think most of it's really good. I think the lighting changes are going to be really nice on Interchange. I think that the 1911 coming out is going to be really, really nice. I think that them adding more extracts on Interchange is nice, because you don't have to worry about some extract camper that's some sissy that's just, I can't do anything in the game, so I'm just going to sit here where I know you're going to be. Also, the raid timers are going back up slowly. The reason that they lowered them is because of just time to get in would have been longer. So they're trying to get more servers, so on and so forth. And then yeah, that is about it for this. I still can't believe Nikita said 40 players for Streets of Tarkov, but hey, that's on him. I assume it's probably going to be more like 20. But yep, that's it. That's all I got. I do want to thank you guys for watching. Please like, share, subscribe. If you guys haven't, anybody that you think might like the video, definitely share it with them. I'm going to get out of here, guys. I'll see you on the next one. And don't forget to check me out live on twitch.tv/buttersomething every Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. And I got new videos on YouTube every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Monday, yes. Monday is a day now. See you guys on the next one.